have been talking about trauma and the body. And we started in our first segment talking about the fact that when something happens to us, it does not just affect our thinking or emotions, but it leaves an impact or imprint on our body. And until we actually understand that and start to treat with it, we may not be fully dealing with how a trauma has affected us.
There are many individuals who suppress emotions, and that means that they're not dealing with it. They may not have the resources to resolve it themselves,
Yes.
and they may not be help seeking,
Yeah.
where they actually come to see a mental health professional. So what I think makes the body actually respond even more negatively is when you have a pattern of internalizing negative emotion and it builds. So you have a sequence of these events. So let's say you had a loss, and then you had a car accident, and now you have exams coming up and you haven't done well on the midterms because you already have all these other
It's building up.
This building up of this emotional material. The body can become saturated.
And it's so important for us to remember that unexpressed emotion is not benign.
Yes.
And we try to say this in different ways to our clients and to people on the whole, because we want to understand just because you're not talking about something or you have not made a connection to how this is impacting you does not mean that it is not impacting you.
It absolutely is. And I always say the body never lies to us. It's one of the greatest truths.
And it never forgets.
It never forgets. And unlike our mind that could take us down a rabbit hole and distort different messages and contradict it and say no, the body really tries its best to support us. But then it reaches a point where it can't anymore, and that's where illness comes in. Another thing too is that people who have pre-existing medical conditions, emotional distress actually can exacerbate it or agitate it. They might be very good, they may be in a recovery period, but when they're not dealing with these emotions, it now creates the environment for illness to
come out. And so we need to know our bodies too. We need to know where we carry stress, where we carry trauma.
Yes.
And each individual, you have a place that you carry your stuff in.
Yes.
Whether it's your back of your neck or it's your stomach.
Yes.
You know that experience you have when you feel anxiety. You know where is the place you go to.
Yes.
So this experience, if not addressed, it's there in the body.
Yes.
It's building on each other.
Yes.
And it needs to get
be released.
So let's talk about how we can go about that release.
So one of the methods that I practice is called Craniosacral Therapy. It's an alternative treatment that really allows the body to release at its pace. So what does that mean? You're not manipulating the body or the body tissue. What it does is measure the cerebral spinal fluid through the body, and it identifies where are physical injuries or issues, but it really tells you where there are emotional material.
So we're working with the client's body to figure out what's going on.
Yes.
And your body starts to react. So I've actually done this form of therapy many years ago.
Yes.
And I don't know if I shared this story with you in the past, but I'm going through it. And my right leg was doing this
involuntary
constantly.
movements. Yes. Yes.
And so the therapist who was taking me through said to me, is there a relationship you need to leave right now?
Yes.
Because your body is saying you need to get the stepping.
Yes.
And we laughed about it, but really when I worked through it, it was about something that was going on with me.
Correct. Like that movement said that something was releasing, something that you were holding. And one of the things that I do as a therapist is on the table, very non-threateningly, I would say, okay, what might this be related to?
Yeah.
So you can begin to have some processing around what is triggering this for you. So something that you mentioned I think is really important is that a lot of distress is held in the gastrointestinal system. So a lot of people will complain of nausea and pelvic-based irregularities, reproductive system,
heartache, heartburn.
and they feel they're having a heart attack, but they're not. But if we get back to the release, it's not just involuntary movements. It's also people might cough, people might laugh. It's not always, crying or negative.
No.
It really has to do with the body trying to realign itself and integrate, make healthy connections, whether that's the body tissue or release the emotion. But releasing the emotion is not enough. You actually have to have a meaning to that. So how do you resolve this? So how I see cranio and other supportive body treatments, whether that might be acupuncture or
it could
what
be
have
yoga.
Or yoga.
Meditation.
Meditation is absolutely effective because
And
you can pay attention.
You can pay attention and actually
be present.
feel where in your body. Like if you do meditation for a long period of time, you can feel it. I did a silent 10-day meditation, and I could feel where certain psychic pains were held in my body. So just to be clear for the viewers, we are talking about a body-based therapy as well. So a lot of the modalities we speak about on the couch has to do with different techniques using talk and verbal therapy to work through thinking and feelings, but we're talking specifically about a body-based therapy that involves you lying on a table. I want to find more about body-based therapies. Sachelle has a practice both in Port of Spain and in
San
South
Fernando
at Gulf City. So we're going to put the information up on your screen. You should be seeing it now. So you can always reach out to her if you're interested in exploring more about how the body carries trauma and if there are things that you need to work through. Thank you so much for spending this time with us.
Thank you for allowing me to be here.
No problem. So thank you. And thank you for joining us today. And we wish you health, strength, and we hope that you get in touch with everything that's going on in your body. Take care.